April is fast approaching in the Big West, and for the teams in the nation's most elite volleyball conference, that means one thing. The sprint to the conference championships has officially begun. Welcome inside the Premier America Credit Union Arena. I'm JayDe Beaudry. It is so nice to have you with us here on 22 West Radio on a Friday night. You are listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. It is week 2 of Big West Conference play, and both teams on the hardwood tonight are in search of their first win. Long Beach State dropped 2 thoroughly entertaining games to longtime rivals Hawaii in the Pyramid last weekend for the first time since 2015, and as a result have dropped to number 3 in the latest AVCA poll with a 14-4 record. The defending national champions were leapfrogged by the Rainbow Warriors and still trail number 1 and undefeated UCLA, and are looking to get back to winning ways tonight in the first half of a back-to-back against CSUN. The Matadors are 12-6 and ranked 18th in the nation after losing in 3 and then 5 to UC San Diego in 2 matches played across 2 weeks. Sandwiched in between those 2 contests, a loss to Princeton and the Tigers. We are moments away from first serve, so let's run you through the starters. Long Beach State will start Jake Pizzanti at setter, and the middle blocker pairing looks a little bit different than it did against the Rainbow Warriors. Jackson Christ, continually one of the best blockers in the nation, is middle blocker 1, and it's the sophomore Isaiah Pruitt making the start at middle blocker 2, replacing Braden Marcourt in the lineup. The outside pairing, Alex Kondev alongside Skylar Varga, the libero Kellen Larson, and Danil Hrstenovich starts in place of Wojciech Gajek at opposite. Gajek, the reigning freshman of the week in the Big West, starts tonight on the bench. CSUN, led by fourth-year head coach Theo Edwards, will start Owen Doffner at setter. The middle blocker pairing will be Long Beach native Malcolm King, libero Chris Carnizes, Shane Nim, the other middle blocker, Jalen Phillips, one of the Big West's most fearsome attackers, starts at opposite, and Joao Avila, the other outside hitter for the Matadors. Long Beach State takes the left side of the floor tonight, wearing all black uniforms. Kellen Larson, the libero, dressed in all white. The Matadors, a crispy all white look for the 5 on the floor, the libero. Chris Carnizes dressed in all red. Those white uniforms in some immaculate red trim. Rotation 1 for the Beach will see Jake Pizzanti step back to serve first. This is a matchup that Long Beach State has historically dominated. This weekend will mark the 94th and 95th meeting between these 2 teams, and Long Beach will hope to escape with 2 more wins. Long Beach leads this overall series 60-33, and in Northridge, Long Beach has been especially successful over the past decade. Run you through our officials tonight as well. Chris Hahn is on the chair, Derwin Jordan, the down judge, alongside Dusty Orvelis and Laura Janik on the floor with the flags. Jake Pizzanti, the Long Beach State setter, will get us underway from the service line. Wearing the number 26, he waits for the whistle after a pair of outstanding performances against Hawaii. Rocking one leg sleeve, all black on the right side. Pizzanti tosses high, and we are underway from CSUN. Pass to the back row. Doffner has to range out of bounds, set it right above his own head. He goes to Phillips, who somehow gets the kill. From beyond the 10-foot line, one of the Big West's best attackers makes something out of nothing and gives the Matadors the first point in set 1. Phillips, this season, one of the best attackers, not only based on hitting percentage, also averaging just shy of 5 points per set, as the Long Beach native and middle blocker Malcolm King serves into the net. King, having only played 6 sets this season coming into tonight, gets the start. A surprise in the lineup, but was active in hitting lines, the native of Long Beach and graduate of Long Beach Poly High School. His service error ties us at 1 here in set 1. Skylar Varga, among the nation's best servers, booms one across. Doffner underneath, goes quick to the middle, and there's Shane Nem. The 6'4" senior blasts one to the back row. Nem also with a few Long Beach connections. Native of Union City, graduate of Logan High School, spent a few seasons at Long Beach City College before making the switch to CSUN. Matadors lead 2-1. Doffner serves to the back row, and it's out of bounds. Kellen Larson, the libero, lets it go. Larson, the ever-present libero for Long Beach State, 5'10" native of Irvine. And it will set up Isaiah Pruitt to step behind the service line. Pruitt, another middle who has not gotten too much action this season. as he serves one across, passed out the back row. Doffner on a D set to the right side. Hank Kaufman detonates. And the Matadors offense firing on all cylinders to get this one started, hitting 1,000. And it's CSUN who leads 3-2. Kaufman, right-handed serve, across and down on the back line for an ace. The Matadors are seeing red in set one, and they've opened up a 4-2 lead on their home floor. Hank Kaufman's 6th ace of the season. He tosses low, this time targets the right side of the floor on a cross-court serve, and he misses. Was looking at Alex Kondev, lined up in the left back of Long Beach State's serve-receive. Could not find him. So it'll be 3 serving 4 and a chance for Daniil Hrstanovic to step behind the service line, making his first start since he played just a single set on night 2 against Jessup a few weeks ago. His first action, a serve into the net. Hrstanovic missed the Hawaii series, still working his way back from an off-season injury. But with this sprint in the Big West Conference schedule, Nick McRae will need both of his opposites at 100%. Another service error here for CSUN. Shane Nem floats one into the tape, and it's now Long Beach 4, CSUN 5 in set 1. Long Beach among the best serving teams in the nation. In fact, the best still by aces per set, mostly thanks in part to Alex Kondev, who tosses high and rolls one into the net. The teams trade service errors, and it's Alex Kondev who's averaging over an ace per set, second in the NCAA. Skylar Varga, the 3rd best server. Long Beach State's strength this season has been their service pressure. Jalen Phillips, 6 serving 4, passed out by Kondev. Pizzanti cross-court set to Varga, targeting high hands, and he got a touch off of Owen Doffner, the setter. Skylar Varga, the Canadian, picks up his first kill. And now the freshman middle blocker, Jackson Christ, will serve, rocking the bright neon yellow shoes tonight in the Matadome. He tosses high, booms it across. Doffner goes over on 2. A setter's dump gets Doffner the kill. And that is oh so pretty from Owen Doffner. Caught Isaiah Pruitt and Skylar Varga flat-footed in the middle. And it's now CSUN 7, Long Beach 5. João Pedro Avila serves. Kondev pass. Pizzanti, D-State Hrstanovic popped up off the block and then off of Chris Hahn in the chair. It falls out of bounds, and it'll be a kill for Daniil Hrstanovic. On the season, Hrstanovic hitting just over 300. Has been excellent in the matches where he has been fully healthy and played complete games. Jake Pizzanti now ready to serve, 6 serving 7 for the Beach in set 1. Pizzanti tosses high, rips one across, passed out by Avila. Doffner to the left side. Kaufman is able to get the kill with some ferocity. And the CSUN bench is making all kinds of noise. Their toes almost on the back line of the court as the Matadors are fired up here, as they should be. It'll now be Malcolm King to serve for CSUN. 24 aces in his career, just 1 this season, and he serves that one 5 feet out of bounds. So CSUN win the race to 8 here in set 1. It's 7 serving 8 now for the Beach. Skylar Varga steps back. Had 22 kills across 2 games in the Pyramid against Hawaii. Booms this one across, passed out the back row. Doffner on a D set. Phillips dug out by Larson in the back row. Varga has to set from beyond the 10-foot line. Kondev adjusted the net. It's back on the Beach side. Pizzanti now pushes to Kondev left side. Blocked and roofed. Doffner and Nem combine. And the Matadors are making plays. Beach had 2 bites at the apple, could not put it away. And CSUN able to start building a roof on their home floor. 9 serving 7. Doffner hard and across. It's overpassed and Nem punches it beyond the back line. He did not get a touch. Shane Nem stands 6'4", was caught a little off balance and could have blown the roof off of this place had he found the floor. Instead, it's 8 serving 9 and a chance for Isaiah Pruitt to serve. Middle blocker floats one across, passed out by Avila. Doffner to left side now. Phillips swims in midair, and he pushed it out of bounds. Was asking for a touch, did not get one as Daniil Hrstanovic pulled the chair, and Long Beach have tied this first set at 9. Isaiah Pruitt briefly saw action on night 2 against Hawaii, only playing a few points in set 1. His float serve across. Doffner to Phillips again. He swims and this time gets the kill. Jake Pizzanti slaps the hardwood in frustration, dove in for a pancake save, and the ball ended up bouncing and hitting him in the chin. He wants a towel to wipe up some moisture now. Jalen Phillips is going to be a name we're going to say a lot tonight. One of the nation's leaders in kills per set and points per set. In that 5-set match against UC San Diego that the Matadors dropped, he had a season-high 23 kills. It's rare that he has a game with less than 10. Has 13 10 or more kill performances this season. Also recently eclipsed 1,000 in his Matadors career. Here's Hank Kaufman to serve. 10 serving 9. Condiff pass. Pizzanti to the middle. Jackson Christ is there and aware. Gets his hair tussled by Skylar Varga in the huddle, and we're tied at 10 in set 1. Long Beach hitting just .250 through the first 20 points. As Daniil Hrstanovic tosses high, rips one across, passed out of the back row. Doffner now, left side. Avila tries to get cute. It's rejected and sent back. Doffner gets to Avila again. This time he swings cross court and gets it down. A net violation called against the Beach. Jake Pizzanti and Jackson Christ pleading their case, saying that neither one of them touched it. And Nick McRae will have a conference now with the down judge, Derwin Jordan, to decide whether or not he wants to use a challenge. Either way, the start here in set 1 in stark contrast to the way CSUN started in 2 matches against Long Beach State last season, as Nick McRae will elect to use a challenge on both nights. Long Beach was able to pull away in all 6 sets played against CSUN relatively early on. CSUN, as it stands, holding the advantage at 11-10. Nick McRae electing to use a challenge. You get 3 challenges at the Division I level. If you are successful, you keep your challenge. If you are unsuccessful, you lose it. If we go to a 5th set and you have less than 3 challenges, you will get 1 back. So Nick McRae pulling out the challenge card here early. First challenge we've seen here in Northridge. For Long Beach State, those 2 matches against Hawaii, the first time Hawaii was able to win a game in the Pyramid since 2015. That was on Friday night. And then on Saturday, Hawaii was able to back it up and sweep Long Beach State on their home floor. The first time Long Beach State had gotten swept in the Pyramid since 2016 against UCLA. Friday night went 5. A lot of theatrics in that one. Cramping for both sides. A hot night in Southern California. Saturday's 3-set sweep, though, was markedly different. Hawaii head coach Charlie Wade recently saying that he felt that Hawaii were simply the better team from start to finish, and it's not often that a team can say that against Long Beach State. The defending national champions, currently number 3 team in the AVCA rankings, looking for a bounce back in 2 games this weekend against the Matadors, and the challenge is successful from Nick McRae. So Long Beach keeps all 3, and there was no touch at the net off the swing from Joao Pedro Avila. So Daniil Hrstanovic will serve now. Long Beach tie things up at 10 here in set 1. Hrstanovic hard and across. Doffner underneath to the middle. Nem sees it popped up off the block. Back to the Matadors side. Doffner now sets the bit. Kaufman able to rattle the cage and get it to fall. Right inside the 10-foot line. Hank Kaufman unloads. Hank Kaufman, the redshirt sophomore, can be deployed on both the right and left side for CSUN. Getting his 9th start today at outside hitter. That's 11 serving 10. Nem across. Pizzanti goes to Varga off the big set, and he punches it through the double block and down. Jalen Phillips and Shane Nem both there for CSUN. And Long Beach have taken the lead here in set one. Tied it up once again at 11-all. Alex Kondev serves to the back row, passed out by Kaufman. D-set over to the right side. Phillips gets the kill. Got a little love off the block, and it still landed in bounds. Not only is Jalen Phillips 6'5", he has one of the highest verticals in college volleyball, can easily touch 12-3. And he is flexing his athleticism early. Matadors lead 12-11. Phillips serves, and it's out of bounds. Long Beach playing catch-up here, 12-all now, as Jackson Christ readies to serve. 31 aces on the season for Christ. 3 aces across those 2 games against the Rainbow Warriors. Christ tosses, booms across, and out of bounds. For Long Beach State, only their 3rd service error here of set 1. CSUN already with 6. Strategy starting to emerge for CSUN. Just let it rip from beyond the end line. João Pedro Avila, the Brazilian freshman outside hitter, stands 6'1". CSUN 13, Long Beach 12. Avila serves, targeting area 1, and he missed it. So the teams continue to trade service errors here in set 1. Service errors were something that plagued Long Beach against Hawaii, especially on night 1, giving up over a set's worth of service errors to the Rainbow Warriors. 13-all, Pizzanti gets this one, and it's overpassed. Doffner disrupts at the net, and he reached over the tape. Skylar Varga was going to take a first touch set, and Doffner was in his breadbasket. João Pedro Avila coming over to have a conference now with the chair judge, Chris Hahn. And Owen Doffner saying, we touched it at the same time, just trying to plead his case. Very clear overreach above the net. And it's a violation that gives Long Beach the lead at 14-13. Jake Pizzanti tosses high, booms across, passed out of the back row. Doffner on a D-set from the back row. Phillips swims, and the ball is popped up. It's off the basketball hoop, hanging up in the rafters. Pizzanti has to bump it over to Varga, dug out of the back row by Carnizes. Doffner, D-set, Phillips gets a touch in the back row, and it's another kill for Jalen Phillips. His 4th of this first set, and that is right on par for the redshirt sophomore. The junior middle blocker Malcolm King ready to serve now for CSUN, 14-all in set 1. King, top spin serve across, Varga, Pizzanti to Pruitt in the middle. The wire is wiggling, and it's a blocking violation against Owen Doffner and CSUN. Long Beach State, the first to 15 here in Northridge. We will step away here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks here, and both teams are ready to return to the floor. The stands beginning to fill up here at the Premier America Credit Union Arena. It is Greek night here in Northridge, and the atmosphere just leveled up. A few students in some wacky costumes occupying the stands as Skylar Varga serves it into the net, and those fresh bodies in the stands immediately making an impact. It's 15-all now in set one. Owen Doffner, the CSUN setter, tosses high with the right hand, rolls one across. Larson pass from the back row. Pizzanti over to Kondev left side, could only get it into the block, and it rolls right back down on the Long Beach side. Jalen Phillips picking up another block here in set one for the Matadors. It is CSUN's third. Long Beach also among the best blocking teams in the nation, yet to register one here in set one. And Nick McRae not exactly happy with that last call. He's going to issue a challenge looking for a net violation against Jalen Phillips. Long Beach already successful with a challenge here in set one, so there are still 3 remaining for Nick McRae. And this is the first time Nick McRae and Theo Edwards have faced off as head coaches. Edwards in his 4th season at CSUN as the head coach. Nick McRae in his 1st season at Long Beach State as a head coach. However, they've been facing off against each other for over 14 years. Theo Edwards, the longtime assistant at CSUN. It's his 16th year on the staff. Was Jeff Campbell's longtime assistant, joining CSUN in 2011 after his playing days finished. Nick McRae in his 1st season and 14th total, the longtime associate head coach and assistant to the legendary Alan Knipe. A new era for both of these programs, and Edwards really a head coach that has excelled over the past few seasons, returning CSUN to the AVCA top 20 year after year. And Nick McRae hoping to defend that national championship this year with the Beach. The challenge is also successful, and Long Beach will have the point. Isaiah Pruitt serves here. Pass out the back row, Doffner, and he gets it to Phillips off a 31 ball. My goodness, that is beautiful. CSUN get the point they lost right back. It's 16-all. Long Beach still has all 3 challenges, and Jalen Phillips has 5 kills, and that might be the best of them. Gets the set right in between the pin and the middle and makes the Beach pay. Overpass here. Pizzanti keeps it on the Beach side, and Jackson Christ is forced to rattle it into the block, and it goes out of bounds for a Long Beach point. Long Beach yet to find their rhythm here in set one against the number 18 ranked CSUN Matadors. CSUN this season 8-2 at home, 0-4 on the road as the stands continue to fill up. Daniil Hrstanovic rips a serve across, and it's passed well to the back row. Set over to Phillips, dug out, and it's passed up off the Jumbotron. Larson takes the second touch. Daniil Hrstanovic blocked and roofed. Shane Nem and Joao Pedro Avila combine. And both teams rapidly approaching the red zone. Big time block for the Matadors. Their 4th of this first set. Shane Nem floats one across. Kondev pass. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line. D-set Hrstanovic touches it around the double block. Pancaked in the back row by Doffner, and then beyond the end line. No second touch to be found for CSUN. And Long Beach State take the lead at 18-17. Spot of moisture ready to be wiped up, and Nick McRae will make a change in service. Off goes Alex Kondev. In for the first time tonight comes Connor Bloom. He's taking extensive reps on the right side in hitting lines this afternoon. Bloom, 5 aces this season, just 2 in his last 13 games. The trademark Bloom boom as he rips one across to the back row, passed out by Coppin. Doffner from the 10-foot line over to the left side. It's Avila swinging through the block, and he got a touch. 18-all in set one, and Joao Pedro Avila making noise. The 6'1" outside hitter, the smallest man on the floor aside from the liberos, goes right into the block of Daniil Hrstanovic and Jackson Christ and comes out with a kill. 18-18. Phillips rolls a serve into the tape. With as high as Jalen Phillips gets above the net, all he needs to do is roll it across the tape. That time just took a little bit too much off it. And Long Beach lead 19-18. Deep breath from Jackson Christ. He rips one across, It's passed up to Doffner, joust at the net, onto the Long Beach side. Pruitt first touch, Pazanti clears the traffic. Hrstanovic right side pushes it through. Doffner first touch, set from the back row. Phillips swinging from beyond the 10-foot line. He gets the kill. Jackson Chris dove in front of Connor Bloom. And the Beach cannot stop Jalen Phillips. $19-all. Avila goes quick from well beyond the end line. Pazanti sets to Varga. Left side. He detonates. An explosive swing from Skylar Varga for his third kill of this first set. Long Beach the first to the red zone. 20-19 in set one. Pazanti tosses high, rips it across. Passed out by Avila. Doffner from the 10-foot line. Left side Kaufman off the double block and passed out by Bloom in the back row. Larson out of bounds, bumps it back to the middle. Varga rolls it across. Kaufman, an errant touch in the first row off of a hand pass. And it's another kill for Skylar Varga. Long Beach hitting above 500 here in set one. CSUN hitting just shy of 450. Both offenses on fire as Theo Edwards wants a timeout to talk things over. Long Beach 21, CSUN 19 into the timeout here in set one on 22 West Radio. Out of the timeout, it's Long Beach 21, CSUN 19 in set one. All of the lights now shine brightest on Jake Pazanti. Long Beach State setter tosses high, rips one across, overpassed right onto the Long Beach side. Larson first touch, Pazanti underneath. Big set, Connor Bloom gets it through the block of Malcolm King, and it falls on the CSUN side. 22-19 in set one. Long Beach looking for a late surge in a set that has gone back and forth from the very beginning. Pazanti tosses again. This time he serves it underneath the bottom of the tape and it bounces into the CSUN bench. And they are laughing and pointing at Jake Pazanti. That was certainly ugly from the Long Beach State setter. And now CSUN will make a change. Looks like this one is going to come in service. Off goes Malcolm King, the middle blocker and Long Beach native. On for the first time tonight comes Boaz Surson, the sophomore from Karasava, Israel. Stands 6'4", his second year with this CSUN program. Matadors trail 20-22. Surson tosses high, right-handed serve across, passed out by Varga. Pazanti from the 10-foot line, backs it over to Varga. Down the line he goes, and somebody caught the bottom of the tape. They're going to say it was CSUN, and Shane Nem coming down off the block. CSUN ready to extend that rally. We're not given the opportunity. And Boaz Surson will head back to the bench. Back on comes Chris Carnesis, the redshirt junior libero. 23-20 in set one. Varga serves hard and across. Passed out from the back row. Doffner to Nem in the middle. And they're going to call a lift on Shane Nem. He was hovering in midair, caught the ball almost behind his own head, and slammed it down. They're going to call a lift. And that will set up set point in set one for the Beach. Skylar Varga tosses high, rips it across, passed out by Karnesis. Doffner left side, Kaufman dug out by Varga. Larson second touch, bumps it over to Bloom left side, off the triple block and recycle the Beach, somehow keep it alive. Varga from the back row, ends set one with authority. 25-20. And a back and forth first set goes the way of the Beach. Skylar Varga with a finishing touch, his 6th kill of the set as the Beach hit just shy of 600. We're headed to set 2 here on 22 West Radio. Set 1 finishes 25-20 in favor of Long Beach State. Skylar Varga, 6 kills in the frame to lead the Beach. Jalen Phillips matching his total on the CSUN side. Long Beach hits 579 in set 1. CSUN hits 348 as they go toe-to-toe until the bitter end. Long Beach able to rip off the last 3 consecutive points to take set 1. And CSUN looking to turn the tide in a matchup that historically has gone the way of the Beach. Last time CSUN won a set against Long Beach, it was April of 2023. Just one of the last 18 played between these two teams. Long Beach now have won 11 straight sets against the Matadors. Last time CSUN were able to take down the Beach, April 16th, 2021, a 5-setter right here at the Premier America Credit Union Arena. On the floor for set 2, it's both sets of starters. And in that mid-set huddle, Long Beach might have had a tough time hearing Nick McRae as the student section decked out in some eccentric costumes, including a few Oompa Loompas, at least one Lorax, peanut butter and jelly, and I'm counting at least 2 Ninja Turtles, screaming at the Long Beach huddle for all 3 minutes, doing their best to distract the defending national champions. See how much of a factor the crowd plays in this match tonight, as it'll be CSUN at the first serve here in set 2. Owen Doffner, native of Stevenson Ranch, California, and graduate of Hart High School, one of 2 Doffners on the roster this season for CSUN, alongside his brother and freshman outside hitter Noah Doffner, has been on an absolute tear over the last 3 games, 40 or more assists and at least 3 kills in his last 3 straight games for CSUN. Those 3 games, 2 losses against UC San Diego and a 4-set win against Princeton. Doffner will get us underway here in set 2. Both teams searching for that first win of conference play. Doffner rips one to the back row, and it's well beyond the end line. A service error for Owen Doffner, and on the night, the 9th service error for CSUN. 8 service errors in that first frame for the number 18 team in the country. And Long Beach able to crack open the scoreboard first in set 2. Jake Pizzanti now rips one to the back row, and he has a service error that is, of his own. Jake Pizzanti with 10 assists in that first frame, above his season average. 1-all in set 2. Kaufman serves across, passed out by Bloom. Pizzanti to Hrstanovic left side, off the block and bumped twice. Back to Hrstanovic on the left side, has to bump it across. Doffner now sets to left side. Avila off the block and kept alive. Carnizes has to bump it now to Phillips, left side off the double block, and it's kept alive by the Matadors. Phillips again left side, dug out by Bloom. Pizzanti into the bench, has to bump it back to Larson, and it's Carnizes with the first touch. Doffner, Phillips, a third time is the charm. CSUN get the kill. A chaotic rally where really nobody was able to swing at the ball cleanly. And it's Jalen Phillips who finally says, enough of this nonsense. Laying down his 7th kill and giving CSUN a 2-1 lead. And it's promptly followed by another service error from Hank Kaufman as he blasts it beyond the end line. Connor Bloom stepping immediately onto the floor here in set 2. Alex Conde, who started the game at outside hitter, now among the contingent on the Long Beach bench. Skylar Vargas serves it at 2-all. Doffner to the left side, and it's Avila going head hunting on a cross-court swing. Connor Bloom had to put his hands in front of his face just to protect the moneymaker. And Joao Pedro Avila picks up the kill. Chris Carnizes returns to the bench, making way for Malcolm King at middle blocker to step into the front row, making his first start tonight in just under 2 years. And it's a serve that tips the tape. Beach keep it alive. Bloom swings from the back row and misses the cross-court swing. Shane Nem got some love from the tape that time as it rolled across onto the Long Beach side. And the Beach had to scramble to keep it up. Neil Hrstanovic taking the first touch there. 4-2 Matadors. Nem float serve this time to the back row. Pizzanti to the big for Skylar Varga, running off the right shoulder. And it's another kill for the Canadian. His 7th on 8 swings. Swinging just shy of 1,000 here in Northridge. Isaiah Pruitt readies. Floats one across, passed out by Avila. It's close at the net. Christ touches it down, and it's a delicate first touch kill from Jackson Christ off the head of Owen Doffner and then onto the hardwood. Jackson Christ, 7 kills on night 1 against Hawaii. He's also swinging 1,000. His 3rd kill on 3 swings here tonight. 4-all, Pruitt serves across. Set to the middle, Malcolm King recycles off the block. Doffner now a D-set in a phone booth to Phillips off the block, and it's back on the Matadors side. Doffner now to the big for Kaufman, bumped out of the back row by Varga. Hrstanovic sets it up to Bloom, has to touch it across. Now it's a set over to the left side. Joao Pedro Avila into the tape. It was a low bump from Chris Carnizes that did not set up the outside hitter for success. And Joao Pedro Avila, a little gimpy coming away from that swing. Gave it everything, and it was just too low for the 6'1" freshman. Long Beach take the lead here in set 2 at 5-4. Pruitt on a run behind the line. This serve is rejected by the tape. Danced for a second and then fell back onto the Long Beach side. 7th service error of the night for Long Beach State. And Isaiah Pruitt making his first start of the season, his first start since that national championship game against UCLA last season. As Phillips contorts his body and gets the ball across on a serve. D-set goes to Hrstanovic, popped out the back row by Kaufman. Doffner now pushes cross court to Avila. He goes under the block. And that is not a look you'll see too often. Joao Pedro Avila up against the 6'10" Jackson Christ. pushes it into Christ's armpits, and then onto the Long Beach side, Crafty from the Brazilian, and we're tied at 5. Jalen Phillips rolls it across, awkward pass, just somehow kept alive and bumped over by the beach. Carnesis, Doffner, D-set Phillips, off the block and then off the hands of Kellen Larson in the back row. Another kill for Jalen Phillips. He's already got 8, and he's been set 15 times tonight by Owen Doffner. So often the success of this CSUN team depends on how well Jalen Phillips is doing. And tonight looks like one of those nights for the Matadors opposite as he serves again. Hrstanovic to Bazanti, outside Bloom gets the kill. Got a touch from the block of Malcolm King. So often during his CSUN career, Jalen Phillips has simply been that guy for the Matadors. Was absolutely electric that last season. Was the first Matador named to the AVCA All-American First Team since 2010. As Hrstanovic serves across. Doffner now turns to the big for Kaufman. And from the back row, Kaufman gets the kill. Right into the hands of Kellen Larson, and CSUN restore their 2-point advantage here in set 2. It'll be 8 serving 6, and chance for Joao Pedro Avila to serve already tonight with 3 kills on 5 swings. Roll serve across, Bloom, Pazanti, D-set Hrstanovic, and he skied it long. Did not exactly have blockers in his airspace, but was still targeting high hands. Ended up flat-handing the ball cross court and out of bounds. CSUN up by 3, 9 serving 6. Avila rolls it across, Bloom passes from the back row, Pazanti high in the air to Jackson Christ. A rip and a roar from Jackson Christ in the middle. His 4th kill on 4 swings, still hitting 1,000. The freshman middle blocker leading the Big West in blocks per set, also 10th in the nation. Tonight it's his offense leading the way. Bloom serves now, 7 serving 9. Doffner in the middle, left side, Kaufman gets it off the block and out of bounds. It bounces into the CSUN bench and into the arms of head coach Theo Edwards, who was able to flex a little flick of the wrist, getting it over to the ball staff on the sidelines. 10 serving 7 now. Malcolm King tosses high, rips it across. Larson pass, Pazanti underneath, flips it over to Varga left side, off the arms of Avila and into the wall. The Premier America Credit Union Arena with some shallow walls really on all sides beyond both end lines. Big walls that read Matadors. Not too much room for errant passes to be chased down. A prime example that time as Skylar Varga was able to pick up another kill. 8 serving 10. Jackson Christ rolls it across. Carnesis pass. Doffner underneath to the middle for Nem. Rejected but kept alive. Here comes CSUN now with the left side and Kaufman. Rejected again. Doffner now. D-set Phillips. Blocked and roofed. Oh my! Skylar Varga read Jalen Phillips like a book. And from cover to cover, he sent it back to the hardwood. Isaiah Pruitt locking down the angle shot, but it was Skylar Varga who caught all of that ball. 9 serving 10. Christ rips it across, but he foot faulted. And that pass from the back row by Avila was destined for the stands. Jackson Christ brings Long Beach back within 2, though. CSUN lead 11-9 here in set 2. Long Beach State took the first. 25-20. As now Owen Doffner will serve for CSUN. Ripped across. Larson from the ground. Pass to Pazanti. Hrstanovic right side. Dug out by Avila. Doffner to Phillips left side. Dug out by Bloom. Pazanti at the net. Into a joust with Kaufman. And he caught the wire. Jake Pazanti was falling away. Tried to go one-on-one with Hank Kaufman and came down on the net. The gym here in Northridge is absolutely popping a full side of the stands packed out with the CSUN faithful, who have been loud and proud tonight. 12 serving 9 now in set 2. Doffner spins, tosses to the back row. Bloom passes. Pesanti from the 10-foot line. Cross court set to Varga off a hard angle. He gets the kill. Skylar Varga dusts a little dirt off his shoulders, trying to quiet this raucous crowd. 9 kills already for the Canadian on 10 swings. Jake Pesanti tosses, 10 serving 12. Doffner at the net to Kaufman left side, dug out by Bloom off the basketball hoop. And that sent Jake Pesanti in the wrong direction. We mentioned the short walls. There were also, count them up, 6 basketball hoops hanging from the rafters. And the Beach had to contend with those in hitting lines. They have to contend with them now here in this game. If it's off the hoop, it's in play, but it sent Jake Pesanti the wrong way. And CSUN come away with the kill. 13 serving 10. Pesanti to the middle for Isaiah Pruitt, and he's blocked and roofed by Shane Nem. CSUN starting to throw a block party here on their home floor. That's a solo stuff for Shane Nem in the middle, who has been in and out of the lineup all season long. 14 serving 10. Pesanti over to Varga off a back set. He's able to tool the block and get it out of bounds. Skylar Varga, 10 kills already on only 11 swings. Unconscious so far through 2 sets for the Canadian. He's hitting .909. No errors on his line yet. Also yet to register an ace. Varga to serve, rolls this one across, and there it is. Skylar Varga with a stank face as he heads back behind the service line. Recognized that the campfire was lit on the Matador side of the floor and rolled it into no man's land. 12 serving 14. Varga this time dials up a fastball. Passed out of the back row by Avila. Doffner back to Avila, left side, through the double block and down. CSUN, 1st to 15 in set 2. That will send us into the media timeout for the second time tonight. CSUN are the 1st to 15, just as they were in set 1. Long Beach look to turn the tide on the other side of the timeout. CSUN 15, Long Beach 12 in set 2 on 22 West Radio. Both teams returned to the floor after the media timeout, and it was another contentious break for Long Beach State, having to contend with the students right in front of their timeout. And it is now the defending national champions trailing by 3 here in set 2. Pesanti sets to Bloom, left side, and he gets them back within a couple. Long Beach able to successfully side out CSUN, and now it'll be Long Beach making a change in service. Isaiah Pruitt, the catalyst of an earlier run here tonight, now heads to the bench. Ryan Peluso now steps onto the floor. Peluso distributed as a serving sub and as a setter this season. Can really play along the floor. Left-sided serve, left-handed serve that is, goes across. Doffner to Phillips, and he touches it off the double block and out of bounds. So back-to-back successful side outs out of the timeout. And Ryan Pelusa will head back to the bench, making way for Kellen Larson. Jalen Phillips eclipsed 1,000 kills in CSUN's last game, a 4-set victory over Jessup. He serves now hard to the back row. Larson to Bazzanti, big set. Skylar Varga this time runs off the left shoulder and is able to get the kill, quieting this Northridge crowd at least for now. 11 kills already for Skylar Varga. And Emil Hurstanovic steps behind the service line. Right-handed serve, hard across and out of bounds. Hurstanovic in the starting lineup tonight. We mentioned in the open, struggling with injuries this season. Got the start against UCLA at the Pyramid, and was out of the lineup for a while. Got the start against Jessup on night 2, returning to the starting lineup tonight. 2 kills on 9 swings. Avila serves, it's overpassed and detonated in the middle by Malcolm King. A royal flush for the Long Beach native. And CSUN open up a 4-point advantage. It was Juan Pedro Avila dialing up a fastball dead center. He rolls this one across. Larson to Bazzanti to Jackson Christ. And some middle magic from Jackson Christ once again quiets the crowd, but Long Beach looking to go on a run. 15 serving 18 now. And Connor Bloom tosses high. Right-handed serve, hard and across. Avila pass. Doffner to Malcolm King in the middle. Through the block, and it's kept alive by Bazzanti. Hurstanovic sets it up to Varga. Tipped off the block and kept alive by the Matadors. Set to the left side, Kaufman. Off the block, Hurstanovic. Bazzanti outside, Varga. Off the block and into the Coffin corner. 12 kills now for Skylar Varga on 13 swings. He cannot miss. And the Beach do well out of system and can now look to stack some points. 16 serving 18. Bloom tosses. Overpass, joust at the net. Christ gets it on the Long Beach side. Bazzanti over to Varga. Block to the back row. Hurstanovic is there. Bazzanti back to Varga again off the block, and Bazzanti dives into the stanchion trying to keep it alive. Skylar Varga rejected for the first time tonight. Jake Bazzanti a little slow to get up, chasing that one into the stanchion on the right side of the floor. Had to shake out his shoulder. Looks like he'll be okay, but it was Malcolm King peeling away from that block and absolutely loving life, as he should be. Malcolm King grew up in Long Beach, graduated Long Beach Poly High School. His mother, Carrie, is also a Long Beach State alumni, was an outside hitter for the Jackrabbits, graduated the class of 2022, committed to CSUN, and had a breakout campaign in his freshman year. In 2023, he was just the 8th Matador since 2018 to be named to the Big West All-Freshman team, averaging just shy of a block per set. That was 6th best in the Big West a few years ago. As a sophomore, only started 15 games. He was elite, saw an offensive increase, and then in his junior year, forced to redshirt, still with 2 years of eligibility left, returned here in 2026, and has not exactly found his way back into the lineup until tonight. 6 sets played coming into tonight, has now played both, just 4 kills all in the season, and tonight his line is looking good. 1 kill on 3 swings, and now a big-time block on Skylar Varga. We saw action earlier this season against Princeton and Edward Waters, but on the season is hitting dead even. That number now for the first time in the positives with his performance through 2 sets. He's also given CSUN the serve at 19-16. Here is Malcolm King. Rocking some bright red shoes. He rips it across. Varga passes into the Long Beach bench. Bazzanti bumps it back to the Long Beach side of the floor. Varga swings into the block. The Matadors keep it alive. Doffner to Phillips. Down the line. He got some. Jalen Phillips with his 10th kill. And this Northridge crowd can feel something special brewing. CSUN has dropped 11 straight sets to Long Beach State, dating back to 2023. And now they have a 4-point advantage and are 5 points away from a set 2 victory, 20-16. Malcolm King serves it into the tape. Long Beach back within 3. Jackson Christ to serve. No aces for the middle blocker tonight. Rips one across, errant pass, Doffner from his knees to the left side, Kaufman blocked and somehow kept alive. Errant set right at the net into a joust. Skylar Varga and Isaiah Pruitt win it. And Skylar Varga flexes his muscles. It was a fantastic set from Owen Doffner just to get it back to the net, set it from, it looked like the Long Beach side of the net and beyond the antenna. From out of bounds, he got it back into a position where his teammates could at least compete for it, but Skylar Varga and Isaiah Pruitt were there. Theo Edwards calls timeout for CSUN, and we will step away and return for the conclusion of set 2. CSUN 20, Long Beach State 18 on 22 West Radio. You are listening to defending national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We want to issue a clarification. It was actually Theo Edwards issuing a challenge, looking for a net violation against the Beach on that last point. He was unsuccessful, so the score stays 18-20 here in set 2. Jackson Christ serves into the net, and that might be a little bit of poetic justice as Theo Edwards gives a smile up to Chris Hahn on the chair. CSUN lead 21-18 now in set 2. Only 2 challenges remaining in this one for Theo Edwards. Hard serve across, passed out by Bloom. Pizzanti, left side Varga, dug out in the back row by Avila. Doffner in a phone booth, gets to Phillips, off the block, and it's recycled. Now it's Pizzanti, D set to Hurstanovic, aimed for high hands and got none. Neil Hurstanovic was outstanding last year when these two teams met tonight. 2 kills on 10 swings with 3 attacking errors. Now hitting in the negatives for the first time tonight. And the Matadors on the doorstep of a set 2 victory. 22 serving 18. Owen Doffner misses it long by about 10 feet. Long Beach not up against the wall just yet, but they could really use a run. 4-point deficit, 18 serving 22. Jake Pizzanti behind the line. Pizzanti tosses high and across. Coffin pass. Doffner to the middle, and Nim misses long. And then the down judge, Derwin Jordan, calls a touch. It's going to be a point for CSUN. Serious confusion as Jake Pizzanti and Hank Coffin both picked up the ball as if they were ready to serve. The call has been overturned. It'll be CSUN serving, and Long Beach will take a timeout. That will also make the score I believe 23-20. Either way, Long Beach State has dominated this matchup historically and especially over the last 3 seasons. You can go back to the 2023 campaign. It was Long Beach winning a 5-setter here in Northridge, and then that really kicked off a few years of dominance. Over the next 6 matches, 5 of them ended in sweeps. Last time Long Beach dropped a set to CSUN was in Manoa in the Big West Championships semifinals, a 4-setter that CSUN was able to push Long Beach to. Last time CSUN were able to win a set on their home floor, however, was 2023 in that 5-set thriller against Long Beach State. They're on the doorstep once again here for the first time in a long time, and the first time under head coach Theo Edwards, looking to take a set off of Long Beach State for the first time in quite some time. For Long Beach, it will all start with a pass. And we can issue a correction on the score. It is CSUN 23, Long Beach State 19. Hank Kaufman rolls the serve across. Larson, Pizzanti, outside Varga, blocked and roofed. And it's Noah Doffner, fresh in the game, picking up the rejection. His first contribution is not only a block, but then a yellow card as Chris Hahn whips one out of his back pocket, maybe to Noah Doffner, maybe to the CSUN team, maybe to this CSUN crowd, as it's now set point in set 2 for the Matadors. Kaufman rolls it across. Larson to Pizzanti, to the Bic for Connor Bloom, dug out by Owen Doffner. Phillips, long cross court set, misses everything. Was going for Noah Doffner on the left pin, instead set it into the media row on the right side of the floor. Long Beach State still staring down set point at set 2 and set point number 2 for the Matadors. Skylar Varga rips a serve to the back row, passed out well. Doffner to Phillips, cross court, he got it! CSUN wins set 2. And it's 25-20. Long Beach State in set 1. 25-20, CSUN in set 2. Jalen Phillips, who so often has been that guy for the Matadors, gets the final swing to tie us up at 1 set apiece. We're going at least 4 here in the Premier America Credit Union Arena. Join us for set 3 in just a few moments on 22 West Radio. We are moments away from kicking off set 3 here in Northridge. We can take you around some other notable games happening around college volleyball tonight. UC Irvine officially now 2 sets up on UC San Diego. They won set 1 25-20. They won set 2 26-24. Number 1 team in the nation, UCLA, also up by 2 sets on Stanford in set 3. It's the Bruins up 5-4 on the Cardinal up in NorCal. And then Pepperdine and BYU tied at 1 set apiece in the latest AVCA poll. The rankings from 1 through 5, UCLA, Hawaii, Long Beach State, USC, UC Irvine, and Pepperdine. Long Beach State, after dropping those 2 games to Hawaii, now have USC, UC Irvine, and Pepperdine all breathing down their neck in the top 6. UCLA still receiving all 25 first-place votes. Hawaii looking to make a strong case this weekend in their games against UC Santa Barbara as to why they might need to be in consideration, at least to lock up that number 2 spot. As for Long Beach State, a win tonight and a win tomorrow would go a long way. Changes made for the Beach coming out here into set 3. Changes the middle blocker position. It's going to be Ben Braun at middle blocker 2 here to start off set 3, replacing Isaiah Pruitt. Connor Bloom also returns for the second straight set. He did not start this game. It was Alex Kondev who got the start at outside hitter. So a rotated lineup. Daniil Hrstanovic still at opposite. Jackson Chris still middle blocker 1. Kellen Larson still the libero. Jake Pizzanti still the setter. And Skylar Varga still the man leading the way on offense with 12 kills. Picked up 2 errors late in set 2 on 19 swings. Still hitting .526. As for CSUN, it's still their starters out on the floor. Noah Doffner made a brief appearance late in set 2. Made a big difference. But now he's on the bench. It is the same starting 6 for CSUN who return. And there has been some life injected into this arena during the break. CSUN faithful absolutely pumped after taking set 2 over Long Beach State 25-20. Long Beach took set 1 25-20. So we're playing at least 4 here tonight in Northridge. These teams will face off again tomorrow night in the Pyramid at 7 p.m. We'll have that broadcast for you right here on 22 West Radio. Pyramid expected to draw a healthy crowd despite spring break kicking off tonight in Long Beach. Long Beach will have the first serve here in set 3. Connor Bloom steps behind the service line. Tonight, Bloom 4 kills on 7 swings. No aces, no errors from behind the line for the senior. Rolls this one across. Doffner from the middle to Malcolm King, and he blasted it into the bottom of the tape. Malcolm King has been a bit of that live wire CSUN has needed tonight especially. He's been all smiles. He's been a bundle of joy, not only on the floor, but in those huddles. And despite the attacking error, he is still looking loose and still looking good. 1 serve and nothing, and Connor Bloom blasts this one beyond the back line for his first service error of the night, and we're tied at 1. Connor Bloom, the 5th-year senior, one of the captains of this Long Beach State team, looking to provide a steady hand here in set 3. Malcolm King, the middle blocker, will serve. And I believe he sent that one in between the stanchion and the net. Threaded the needle there. That is not easy to do. I should clarify, not only between the stanchion and the net, and the space between where the net attaches to the stanchion. Ben Braun serves now for the Beach, 2 serving 1. Doffner, D-set Phillips off the tape and kept alive. The Beach got a touch. Avila setting from the back row to Kaufman, through the block and down. Kaufman rattles the cage. And it's a tepid start for both teams here in set number 3. Ben Braun heads to the bench. Kellen Larson steps onto the floor. Ben Braun, with his appearance here in set 3, making his first appearance on the floor since that game against Penn State back on March 7th. Did not appear against Jessup. Warmed up on night 2 against Hawaii. Did not play. But looks to be a factor here in set 3 on the road in Northridge. 2 all in set 3, 1 set apiece. Doffner serves. Larson pass. Pizzanti, left side. Varga went for the power angle shot, and he missed it long. So after a near flawless start for Skylar Varga, that'll go down as his 3rd attacking error of the night. 12 kills now on 20 swings hitting just above 500. Owen Doffner booms this serve beyond the back line and out of bounds. Those service errors piling up for CSUN. 13 now. As we are in the opening stages of set 3. They had 8 in the first set. We were able to really close up shop in set 2. Hoping to continue to keep that service game clean here in set 3 if they want to have a chance against the defending national champs. And Jake Pizzanti now serves this one out of bounds. Both teams trade service errors. And then CSUN retake the lead at 4-3. Hank Kaufman, redshirt sophomore outside. Rips this one, it tips the tape. Varga to Pizzanti to Jackson Christ. And he's able to rip it down the line, goes near side with the kill. Attacking from the middle of the floor, targeting the right back of the CSUN back row. It was Kaufman who could not get there in time. 4-all here in set 3. Varga still among the nation's leaders in aces per set. This one tips the tape, and it's passed out well. A quick set to the middle, and there's Shane Nem with another kill. Nem spent 2 seasons at Long Beach City College when they were among the best teams in the CCC AA. Was a part of that 2023 team that was the #1 ranked team in California, and that same team that lost to Orange Coast College in the state championship. On the 2023 roster as well, one Yorgi Bainev, national champion last year with Long Beach State. Off the serve, Long Beach able to get it to the outside, and Connor Bloom lays down the kill to side out Shane Nem in service. Nem spent that second season with LBCC. They were the #4 seed, also lost to Orange Coast College in the semifinals. They had to switch to CSUN, and it's now his second year with the Matadors. He subs out now, making way for Chris Carnizes in the back row. Carnizes passes the serve to Doffner. To the left side, Avila. Pancaked by Pizzanti off the block, recycled to the left side now, and the Beach come away with the point. Excellent work. Off the block, it was pancaked by Varga, set by Hrstanovic over to Connor Bloom. That is a highlight play for the Beach. And it gives Long Beach State the lead at 6-5. Protest now from Nick McRae as Jackson Christ is practicing his crossover behind the service line. Protest about the score. There had not been a 6th point added on the scoreboard for Long Beach State. Now there has. All qualms settled as Jackson Christ booms one across. Doffner D-set. Phillips goes over the top of Connor Bloom and bounces one. Wow. There are just some players at this level that look next level, and Jalen Phillips is one of them. Goes over the top of the 6'5" Connor Bloom and lays it down. Now he serves, rolls across. Hrstanovic to Pizzanti, further on to Bloom, left side off the block and kept alive by Phillips. Set across the net, Bloom touches it back over. Now Doffner pushes left side, Avila aims for high hands, and he got a touch. Daniil Hrstanovic trying to give Chris Hahn some pretty eyes, and he did not get the call. Juan Pedro Avila picking up his 5th kill. 7 serving 6 now. Matadors lead early here in set 3. Phillips, another roll serve. Varga pass to Pizzanti in the middle. Banner gets back on the scoreboard. For Braun, it's been a litany of injuries keeping him out of the lineup. Just some soreness in the upper body. Tonight has that left elbow all the way down to his forearm taped and wrapped. He picks up the kill, and we're tied at 7. Hrstanovic rolled across, and it's too cute, and it's an ace. It died right in front of Chris Carnizes. And Daniil Hrstanovic picks up an ace. The top spin on that serve, absolutely absurd. Long Beach take the lead at 8-7. Hrstanovic this time booms it to the back row. Awkward pass, Avila. Carniza's second touch bumps it back to Avila, left side, off the block. Varga dives in the back row to keep it alive. Bloom has to touch it across. Set now to the setter, Doffner, and he goes over the top of Connor Bloom and Bren Braun. Joao Pedro Avila picking up the assist. And Owen Doffner, who was able to play a little bit of outside hitter in high school. In fact, at Hart High School, he was a second-team AVCA All-American at outside hitter before making the switch to setter here at CSUN, showing off those skills. Hard serve across now off the chest of Connor Bloom from Avila. Varga back to Bloom, free balled across, and it's a double touch called against Connor Bloom. Went over with two hands, to no avail. CSUN lead 9-8 in sets 1 and 2. CSUN were the first to 15. Trying to do it twice in the pyramid. Roll serve by Avila, passed out by Varga. Cross court set to the left side of Bloom. The net is wiggling, no call. Doffner into the scorer's table to Phillips. Free balled across with two hands. Braun first touch. Pizzanti jump set. Hurstanovic free and clear on the right side, but he missed everything. No blockers in his airspace. And he sent it long. Neil Hurstanovic had the entire area code to himself, but could not lay down the kill. On the bench tonight, Wojciech Gajek watches on, the reigning Big West Freshman of the Week, who was nuclear against Hawaii. 22 kills on night 1, 16 kills on night 2. Starting tonight on the bench. Hurstanovic hitting the negatives. Served across by Avila. 10 serving 8. Over on 2. Pizzanti tried to dump, but it was read well in the back row. Now Kaufman swings from the left side. Blocked but kept alive. Doffner now swings from the middle. Dug out by Larson. Overpass. Malcolm King with a royal flush. Timeout, Long Beach State. The Matadors commanding this arena in set 3. Long Beach 8, CSUN 12 into the timeout on 22 West Radio. Out of the timeout, CSUN 11, Long Beach State 8 off the kill from Malcolm King. Avila serves to the back row. Varga to Pizzanti. Outside, Bloom dug out and sent back over on 2. King somehow got there. In the middle, Ben Braun lets them know who's boss. Jake Pizzanti found his middle, and the blocking assignment for CSUN was just a fraction of a second late. Ben Braun, the tallest man on the floor tonight. Rancho Mirage, California native, graduate of Palm Desert High School. 6'11". 9 serving 11 now. As Connor Bloom rips one across. It touches the tape. Doffner tries to go over on 2, disrupted by the block. Now Doffner on a D set to Phillips. He goes cross court. And there's no stopping Jalen Phillips when he's on time. 13 kills now for the opposite. And Long Beach State looking a little shell-shocked here in set 3. The CSUN bench has taken up their seat in the stands to watch Malcolm King serve. Passed out by Varga. Pizzanti from the back row. Back to Varga. Blocked and roofed. Owen Doffner got the heart of it. And the CSUN bench rises from the stands and nearly storms the floor after the big time block from their setter, Owen Doffner. (13 serving 9). King, top spin serve across. Bloom pass. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line. Hrstanovic down the line. He got it. And it's been a long time coming for Daniil Hrstanovic. But he knew the change was going to come. Able to pick up the kill, his third of the night. Still with 4 attacking errors on 12 swings. Still hitting in the negatives. Ben Braun serves for the Beach. Hand pass out the back row, Avila. Doffner back to Kaufman, left side. Blocked and then kept alive. It's going to be Kaufman swinging again. Braun first touch in the back row, goes over the basketball hoop. Then the pass from Bloom goes off the backboard, straight back down the Beach, free ball across. It's set to the outside. Owen Doffner detonates. And the setter has another kill. That's 3 for Doffner. It was Chris Karnisis in the back row, bumping it over to the right side. Owen Doffner was always swinging. It's back to a 4-point advantage for CSUN. Doffner on a heater. Serves this one out of bounds. Owen Doffner tonight, 26 assists to go along with those 3 kills. CSUN as a team out hitting Long Beach on the night. A 371 clip for the Matadors. Long Beach hitting just 317. Hitting just 143 here in this third set. Down by 3. 11 serving 14. Pizzanti across to Doffner in the middle. Nem off the block and out of bounds. Shane Nem, cool as a cucumber in the middle. Shane Nem, who has hit above 400 in 9 games this season, hitting just 143 tonight, looking to increase that tally. As Kaufman serves. Bloom passes it. It bounces off the backboard, and Larson has to free ball it up to the net. Varga gets it across. Now Karnisis has to bump from the backboard to Avila off the block and kept alive. Now the Matadors get in system. Doffner, D-set, Phillips off the block. Larson from the back row punches it in the air. Pizzanti to the left side. Hrstanovic rolls off the double block. Here come the Matadors. Doffner, D-set, Phillips off the block, kept alive. It was Doffner taking the first touch, so Karnisis bumps it back outside to Phillips, right side, blocked and out of bounds. It was dying towards the back row, and it landed just a whisker outside the white line. CSUN win the rally. And the Matadors are up to one of their largest leads of the night. 16 serving 11 in set 3. Kaufman across. Larson to Pizzanti. Outside Varga. Dug out by Kaufman. Doffner now from the 10-foot line. Pushes to Phillips. Left side. Dug out. Pizzanti. One-arm dig off the second touch. Hrstanovic has to free ball it across. Doffner now in the middle to Nem. He touches it down. Pizzanti, another incredible dig. Larson bumps to Varga off the block to the back row. And it's beyond the outstretched hands of Hank Kaufman. Both teams are going to need a breather after these back-to-back rallies. Jake Pizzanti keeping his team alive. Kellen Larson making plays in the back row. 2 spectacular rallies. And it's still a 4-point deficit for the Beach. CSUN leads 16-12 in set 3. Varga rips a serve into the net. Service error for Skylar Varga. And CSUN will make a change. Off goes Shane Nem. Serving sub coming in is Boaz Surson. Appearing in his second of the 3 sets tonight. Harden across. The serve is dug out by Larson. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line to Bloom. Popped up in the air, and Surson keeps it alive. Doffner from the middle. Back to the left side. Avila runs a route to perfection and beats the blockers to the line. CSUN are fired up as Joao Pedro Avila gets the kill. Nick McRae issuing a challenge here on the in-out call. Long Beach still with all three challenges at their disposal. Challenging whether or not Joao Pedro Avila got his 6th kill inside the lines. Avila coming off of a season-high 10-kill performance against Jessup. Arguably, he has been better, though, tonight. 10 kills on 27 attacks against the Warriors. 6 kills tonight on 11 swings against the defending national champions, Long Beach State. His career high is 14. Set last year in his freshman season against UC Irvine. Avila has appeared in all but 2 games this season. Only DNPs for the Brazilian against Princeton and USC. Has been a regular starting outside hitter, and for a man who stands 6'1", that is not an easy position to play at the Division I level. And the challenge is unsuccessful. Avila did indeed catch the line. Long Beach lose a challenge. And perhaps more importantly, lose the point. 18 serving 12 in set 3. The defending national champions, Long Beach State, on their heels. CSUN serves. Varga pass. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line. D-set. Hrstanovic tried to tool the block and got rejected by Joao Pedro Avila. The man of the moment, all the way from Rio. Sends that ball back into the hardwood. Daniil Hrstanovic not having one of his best games. And the Matadors are living off it. CSUN now serves hard to the back row, and he missed it long. A self-side out, but not before he's able to stack a pair of points. 13 serving 19. Jackson Christ steps up to the service line. Christ tosses high, rolls it across, passed out of the back row. Doffner, D-set, Phillips, hangs and rolls, and it's pancaked by Varga, and there's no second touch to be found for the Beach. Jalen Phillips picks up his 15th kill. And it certainly looks like Jalen Phillips is on a mission tonight. Long Beach State well aware that he was going to get the lion's share of the sets, and still they have been unable to stop the redshirt sophomore. 15 kills, 2 errors, 29 swings. Phillips hitting .448 tonight with a pair of service errors. Not known for his serving prowess, but in a situation like this with CSUN up 20-13, you wouldn't put it past him to dial up a fastball right here. Phillips tosses, rolls this one. Hrstanovic overpass. Avila took it off of Pizzanti. Doffner now back to Avila, blocked and roofed. Hrstanovic and Ben Braun locked down the line. It was an awkward rally there. Off the overpass, Pizzanti went under the net to try to take the second touch. Avila took it off of him and then was rejected off the block. No challenge coming for interference from Theo Edwards. Happy to let his Matadors play on. 14 serving 20. Hrstanovic, cross-court serve. Dug up by Karnisis. Doffner over on 2 off the face of Hrstanovic. Second touch from Kondev gets it back over. Fresh on the floor. Karnisis now sets to Avila left side off the block. It went back off Avila. He kept it up. And then now Chair Judge Chris Hahn calls for a double touch. Avila got it blocked, went right back up, and then tried to play it off. Certainly had 2 touches on the ball, but now Owen Doffner and Skylar Varga will come over for a conference. So a change coming at outside hitter for Nick McRae on that last point. Alex Kondev back on the floor, who started this match. Connor Bloom to the sidelines. Bloom tonight 6 kills on 14 swings. Kondev, who started this match, just 1 kill on 3 swings. 15 serving 20. Hrstanovic to the back row. Kaufman off his chest. Karnisis has to bump it cross-court. Avila from the back row. Cross-court swing. The Beach get 2 touches, and Hrstanovic dives to keep it alive. Into a joust. Doffner Push it onto Long Beach side. Pazanti to Kondev. Off the triple blocking, kept alive. Phillips to Doffner to Avila left side. Swims in midair and sent it into the antenna. Frantic back row defense from the Beach keeps that point alive. Timeout, Matadors. Theo Edwards wants a chance to talk things over as the defending national champions and number 3 team in the nation, Long Beach State, looks to close the gap. Down by as many as 8 here in set 3. It's now CSUN 20, Long Beach State 16, and we'll be back in just a few moments on 22 West Radio. Out of the timeout, it's CSUN. Big steppin' back onto the floor. Up 20-16 on Long Beach State in set 3. Long Beach won set 1 25-20. CSUN won set 2 by the same score. Matadors trying to go up 2-1 on Long Beach State. Daniil Hrstinovich has the serve, and he rips this one across. Doffner underneath from the logo. D-set Phillips rejected. Avila first touch. Has to take the set from well outside, and he's roofed by Ben Braun. Hank Kaufman pushed his fellow pin hitter well beyond the antenna, and all Avila could do could send it into the swamp of Ben Braun's block. 17 serving 20. Hrstinovich rolled across. Malcolm King first touch. Doffner back to Avila into the block, and it's down on the Matador side. Another roof for Ben Braun. Jake Pazanti also got a hand to it. Locking down the line. And it's 18 serving 20. Hrstinovich tosses high, rolls this one into the net. But Long Beach State down by as many as 8 here in set 3 are back within striking distance. Joao Pedro Avila to serve. Tosses high, rips one across, passed down by Varga. Pazanti from the logo to Ben Braun. Avila off his chest. Malcolm King takes the jump set. Bumped over by the libero. Now Pazanti pushes to Kondev. Off the block, CSUN keep it alive. Doffner, D-set Phillips, nobody there, but Phillips missed. He sent it long, and it's a rare attacking error from Jalen Phillips. Gets the Beach a successful side out. Oh, and Phillips is going to want that one back. Mistimed his jump off the set and was flailing towards the net. Alex Kondev to serve for the Beach. 19 serving 21, and he blasts it long. The best serving team in the nation. Only 2 aces now, well through set 3, averaging, coming into this game, just over 2.5 per set. Only 9 aces for Long Beach State combined in those 2 games against Hawaii, well below their season average then and tonight. Malcolm King rips a serve, looking cross court, and he missed the line. Targeting area 1 there, going at Alex Kondev. That has been the assignment for the Matadors when the Bulgarian has been on the floor. It'll now be 20 serving 22, and Ryan Peluso subs in to serve in place of Ben Braun. Peluso, left-handed swinger, gets it across. Pass up to Doffner, D-set Phillips. Oh my! There was nobody there in the face of Jalen Phillips. And that time he wasn't going to miss. Jalen Phillips might have to start selling real estate above the net. With as much space as he had on that last swing, it'll be going at a premium. CSUN 23, Long Beach State 20, timeout called by Nick McRae. The Matadors 2 points away from going up 2-1 on Long Beach State. And CSUN have been the epitome of consistency, at least through the first 2 sets. They hit 348 in set 1, 367 in set 2, and they're out hitting Long Beach here in set 3, 167 to 091. Both teams with their fair share of attacking errors and service errors, but it has been the energy in this building that has powered CSUN to a set 2 victory, and now this position, up 23-20 on Long Beach State. Time and time again, Nick McRae this season has talked about not only playing with the end in mind, but preparing this team for the Big West Conference schedule, a blitz of 10 conference games that decide who makes it to the postseason, not only in the Big West, but in the NCAA. After dropping those first 2 matches to Hawaii, this weekend became all the more critical. And against CSUN, a historically scrappy team, a historically gritty team, Long Beach has been up against a buzzsaw all night long. A buzzsaw named Jalen Phillips and Joao Pedro Avila and Hank Kaufman. The pin trio for CSUN has all been anchored by their setter Owen Doffner. 30 assists and 3 kills. And he now serves to the back row. Varga pass, Pizzanti back to Varga. The set is low and it's off the block. And it's a lift called against Long Beach State. The set was low from Pizzanti, and Skylar Varga tried to scoop and oop it over the block. And now the CSUN faithful rises to their feet. Off the attacking error, it's set point in set 3 for the Matadors. Owen Doffner rips a serve. Larson pass. Pizzanti outside Varga. Gets a touch off the block, and in the back row, the Beach stay alive. But they're going to have to fight off 5 set points here in set 3. There are nervous faces all along the Long Beach bench and on the sidelines. Stadium pulse on 5 for Jake Pizzanti. Serve to the back row. Doffner ranges underneath. To Phillips, he tools the block. It's out of bounds, and CSUN are up 2-1 now on the defending national champions. If you would have placed your bets on this result on Thursday night, many would have called you crazy, but here we are on Friday in Northridge, and it's reality. CSUN 25 points away from a 4-set victory over Long Beach State and their first win against the Beach in 3 years. We'll be back on the other side. It finishes CSUN 25, Long Beach State 21 in set 3. We're headed to the 4th here on 22 West Radio. Welcome back inside the Premier America Credit Union Arena here in Northridge. CSUN up 2-1 on Long Beach State. If you're just joining us, Long Beach State took set 1 25-20, and CSUN won set 2 25-20 before taking set 3 25-21, a set where they led by as many as 8 and were the first to the red zone with plenty of points to spare. For CSUN, the starters return to the floor for the 4th consecutive set, and for the Beach, the 6 who will start set number 4, Skylar Varga, Jake Pizzanti, Jackson Christ, Ben Braun, Danila Hrstanovic, Alex Kondev, and Kellen Larson lies in wait. It'll be CSUN with the first serve here in set number 4, and it's Owen Doffner who has run an offensive clinic here tonight. 31 assists and 3 kills. He has flexed his offensive muscles, and CSUN looked the more likely of the two teams, at least after that third set, to walk out of tonight with their first victory of Big West play. CSUN sit at 0-2, as do the Beach. CSUN dropping a pair of matches to UC San Diego, and Long Beach State dropping a pair to Hawaii in the Pyramid last week. This would be a shock if CSUN can indeed pull off a win here in 4 sets. Last time CSUN were able to take down Long Beach State was back in 2021. A 5-setter here in Northridge. Both teams figuring out the rotations, and for Nick McRae, solutions have to come fast. In the huddle in between sets, it was McKay Smith, Amir Lugo Rodriguez, Matt Prosser, and Nick McRae all poring over their clipboards, searching for solutions for this Long Beach State team that tonight is hitting just .271 and has been outplayed by the team on the other side of the net. It's Doffner serving to start set 4. Pass from Varga. Pizzanti, big set. It's back row, Alex Kondev getting the kill, and the Beach are on the board first. If the Beach want a chance at a win tonight, we'll have to go 5 here in Northridge. And Alex Kondev looking to be the spark plug. The man who started this game was pulled and then returned late in set 3 with that first kill. Skylar Varga serves across now. Doffner ranges underneath to the middle. Shane Nem is able to roll one down in the middle. We're tied at 1 set apiece. 1 point apiece, that is, here in set 4. Those nervous faces continue for Long Beach State. And that contingent of students dressed in those wacky costumes continue to make all kinds of noise right behind the Long Beach State bench. Hank Kaufman serves now for CSUN 1-all. Pizzanti, D-set Hrstanovic, down the line, he got it. Danila Hrstanovic stepping in tonight for the first time in a long time, and for the first time against a ranked opponent since February 6th. Able to pick up there his 4th kill. 5 errors, though, for the opposite on 14 swings, still hitting negative on the night. Ben Braun serves, 2 serving 1. Doffner to Nem in the middle again. Christ lost it in the middle. Pizzanti has to bump it from the 10-foot line over to Alex Kondev, and he was targeting high hands, did not get close to him. It's an attacking error for Alex Kondev, and we're tied at 2-all. Jackson Christ in the middle tonight. Started perfect, 0 for his last 2 swings. Excuse me. It is now Pizzanti underneath. Jackson Christ in the middle, missing long. Christ on the night, 6 kills. That time missed long, and it's the CSUN bench getting down, attempting to dig the ball and then laying there. Matadors with some creative celebrations from their bench tonight. 3 serving 2. Pizzanti, D-set Hrstanovic off the double block, and it's kept alive. Nem in the back row. It's Doffner pushing cross court. Avila off the block, and Jackson Christ called for the net violation, immediately asking for a challenge from Nick McRae. And Long Beach State still with 2 challenges left. And indeed, Nick McRae will challenge the call here. Long Beach successful twice on challenges in the first set, unsuccessful in the third. And they're going to need to pull out all the stops here in set 4. Head coach Nick McRae, in his first season as head coach, has overseen a few bits of unfortunate history for this Long Beach State team. The first reverse sweep against UCLA in the Pyramid a few weeks ago in 13 years. Hawaii coming into the Pyramid just last week, able to pick up their first series regular season sweep over Long Beach State since 2015. And then tonight against CSUN, trying to avoid some more unfortunate history, trying to avoid being the first Long Beach State team in 5 years to lose to this Northridge squad. Nick McRae, however, has full confidence in his 6 on the floor, especially the men who have been with him over his many years at Long Beach State, chief among them Daniil Hrstanovic. The junior opposite stands 6'9", hitting the negatives as mentioned tonight. That's coming off of a off season where he struggled with injuries, had to work his way back onto the floor, and is trying to return to the heights he reached in 2025 when he was an All-American honorable mention and All-Big West honorable mention. Unable to close out last season and make an appearance in the NCAA championship, trying to make his impact felt here in set 4 on the road against Northridge. The challenge is successful. So there was no net violation called against Jackson Chris, and Joao Pedro Avila's swing was out of bounds. Theo Edwards, the CSUN head coach, not exactly happy with the call, but he'll have to take it nonetheless, and we're tied at 3. Hrstanovic readies to serve. Catalyst of a 4-0 run in set 3. His first serve into the net. 16th service error of the night for Long Beach State. Matadors have committed 17. And Jalen Phillips, we can bet on him to reach at least 20 kills tonight. He has 17 coming into this 4th set. Phillips, corkscrew serve across, Larson pass, Pizzanti over to Kondev left side. He tips it around the double block and onto the 10-foot line, right at the feet of Jalen Phillips. And Kondev is able to pick up his 3rd kill. Alex Kondev, an ace in all but one game he's played this season for Long Beach State. Still looking for his first night. Long toss in front of him, has to chase it, and it's just across. CSUN able to get it off the neat set to Malcolm King. Owen Doffner, an underhand roll set. Not even sure what to call that one. And Malcolm King somehow is in the perfect position to lay down the kill. For King, that's 3 kills now on 6 swings, making his first start tonight in over 2 years. Hard serve across by Avila. Joust at the net. Pizzanti pushes it onto the CSUN side. Kept alive, though. Avila pushes to Kaufman left side. Off the block and out of bounds. And with every point here early in set 4, this arena begins to believe just a little bit more. Joao Pedro Avila rips the serve across. Kondev pass. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line. Varga left side. He swings and gets a few favorable touches. It careens into the CSUN bench. And it's the 15th kill of the night for Skylar Varga as he inches ever closer to his season high. 18 kills for Skylar Varga on the road against UCLA and on the road against Pepperdine. As Jackson Chris readies to serve, rolls this one across, overpass, and first touch taken by Braun. Pizzanti pushes left side. Varga rejected. Tried to touch it around Owen Doffner, and the setter said, no way. Tipped right back down inside the 10-foot line, and CSUN pick up their 13th block of the night. Out blocking the beach by a considerable margin. King serves now. Passed out of the back row. Pizzanti, D-set Hrstanovic. King dives in the back row to keep it alive. Over the scorer's table. Joao Pedro Avila tries to get the second touch. And despite the effort, he falls short. Issue correction on the blocks there. CSUN with 8 total blocks and 12 block assists on the night. It has been a complete team effort above the net for CSUN. Six, 7 now in set 4. Jake Pizzanti ready to serve. 33 assists tonight for the setter. He tosses high. Lets one fly. Coffin pass into the scorer's table again. Nem first touch. Phillips free ball from the back row. Braun first touch for the beach. Pizzanti right back to Big Ben. And the bell tolls for Ben Braun. His second kill of the night. Entered in set 3, playing here in set 4, replacing the sophomore Isaiah Pruitt, who got the start tonight, his first of the season. Pizzanti rips the serve down the line, and it's wide. Another service error for the Beach, and CSUN retake the lead at 8-7. If you can break up service and the battle behind that line into 3 parts, it's the race to 8, the middle third, and then the red zone. All 4 sets now. CSUN has won that race to 8 as Owen Doffner serves it into the net, and then he's able to get some love from his teammates. Talk about that middle third as well. CSUN has also been dominant, reaching 15 first in all 3 sets tonight. Long Beach so far this season has been able to lean heavily on their service pressure, even on nights when their offense isn't hitting at their highest clip. That has not been the case tonight. Only 2 aces for Long Beach State as Skylar Vargas serves to the back row. Doffner underneath from the 10-foot line. Right side, Kaufman pushes it through the double block and down the line. CSUN, on the other hand, have had their struggles in service. Just 1 ace on 18 errors. But there's something about the atmosphere in this building tonight that has given the Matadors relentless belief. Kaufman serves. Pizzanti from the 10-foot line. Kondev, cross-court swing. A touch off the block, and it careens into the bench. A kill for Alex Kondev, and we're tied at 9. Ben Braun rotated out. Last few times he's been behind the line. Now gets a chance to serve. Floats one across. Passed by Kaufman. Doffner D-set. Phillips tried to hook one down, but could only catch the tape. Attacking error for Jalen Phillips. Phillips just one performance this season with 20 or more kills, but he had 7 of those last season. As Ben Braun serves this one long, Phillips sitting on 17 kills. If CSUN find themselves down here in the middle third of set number 4, expect Doffner to turn to Phillips often, as we're tied at 10 now. And Long Beach is challenging the in-out call on the serve from Ben Braun. Looked long from my vantage point here courtside. But nevertheless, Nick McRae wants a chance to look at things. Long Beach still with 2 challenges, already successful once here in set 4. For Long Beach State, they face CSUN again tomorrow, 7 p.m. in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. And then it's the heart of the Big West schedule. UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Irvine all await. For CSUN, they can finally turn their attention fully to this Big West Conference schedule. They have UC Santa Barbara next after tomorrow night, and then UC Irvine, and they finish the season at Hawaii. CSUN saw their season finish last year in Hawaii. 2024-25 campaign. They were the 9th ranked team in the final AVCA rankings, an 18-11 record overall and a 3-7 record in conference play. For the first time since 2018, they had 3 Big West first-team All-American selections, and opposite Jalen Phillips, middle blocker Stilasan Deli Bosov, and then setter Donovan Constable, a legend of this program who departed at the setter's position. Picked up big wins over Pepperdine, Grand Canyon, Hawaii, and UC San Diego, but lost out in 5 sets to UC Irvine in the Big West Championships first round. An absolute thriller where they had plenty of opportunities to put it away in 5, but could not. 4 match points in that 5th set, and that may haunt Theo Edwards for a while until he decides to turn his attention to those Big West Championships this season to be hosted at the Brunt Event Center in Irvine. Braun out of the challenge successful. It was indeed an ace. Long Beach lead 11-9, but CSUN get a point right back, setting to the outside as Joao Pedro Avila picks up the kill. It's now Long Beach 11, CSUN 10 in set 4. So Ben Braun able to pick up the ace. Long Beach still have 2 challenges in their back pocket. Shane Nem floats this one across. Kondev pass. Pizzanti underneath. Back to Kondev, left side, off the double block, and out of bounds. Kondev using and abusing that block here in set 4. He's up to 5 kills. And Daniil Hrstanovic with the Beach now hitting below 300 on the night, but hitting 333 in this 4th set. steps behind the line. He pounds this one to the back row, and it's down for an ace. And a quiet celebration from Daniil Hrstanovic. The Beach still not letting loose after the big plays. Hrstanovic able to pick up a big-time ace, however, and it gives Long Beach State a 13-10 lead. He serves again, rolls this one into the campfire. Kaufman to Doffner, outside Avila, dug out by Kondev. Varga sets on the back row to Kondev, left side off the triple block, and it's kept alive by CSUN. Oh my goodness, it's back over the net. Larson, Pizzanti, Varga from the back row gets the kill. CSUN did an incredible job to keep that ball alive. Chris Karnisis had to sprawl into his own bench to keep it up. And the Matadors sent it back over on a free ball. The Beach recycled and set the bick. Skylar Varga picking up his 16th kill now on 28 swings. And for Skylar Varga, it's him and Connor Bloom who are the captains of this team. Varga set the tone early in this one, looking to close it out late, having spent the summer with the Canadian national team at the Volleyball Nations League. He was outstanding in that tournament, top 55 attacker in kills and hitting percentage. He's coming to this season looking to capture another national championship, the school he has called home since his freshman season. Serve is an overpass. Beach get it back, and it's Jackson Christ with a no-look kill in the middle. Jake Pizzanti put it up to his middle blocker, and Jackson Christ turned his head away as he let it rip. Long Beach up to a 5-point lead in set 4. It's Long Beach 15, CSUN 10 into the media timeout. And we'll be back in a few moments on 22 West Radio. You were listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Out of the media timeout, Long Beach up to their largest lead here in set 4, trying to force a fifth against CSUN. It's the Beach up 15-10 on the Matadors. Long Beach won set 1, 25-20. CSUN won set 2 by the same score, and then took set 3, 25-21. Long Beach trying to force a fifth and come back against CSUN here in Northridge. Daniil Hrstanovic once again the catalyst of a long run behind the service line. He has served 3 straight points for the Beach. Rips this one to the back row. Kaufman, D-set, goes to Phillips, and he gets the floor. Jalen Phillips relatively quiet in this 4th set, and it's Doffner turning to him to break the Long Beach run. Once again, over the double block of the Beach and over the block of Jackson Christ. That's a 6'10" middle blocker, and Jalen Phillips out-jumps him. 11 serving 15. Phillips serves this one to the back row. Larson, pass. Varga out of system from the back row, gets it to Kondev, went for high hands, and he missed. CSUN has done an excellent job at the net tonight, recognizing when Long Beach State want to hit off high hands and pulling the chair. That time, Alex Kondev, higher than the double block, still tried to go off high hands and was unsuccessful. Phillips serves again, 12 serving 15. Varga pass. Pizzanti to Jackson Christ off a slide to the back row. And CSUN can't keep it up. Karnisis was back there. And Jackson Christ running a slide play off of Jake Pizzanti's outside shoulder. Ended up being a back set from Pisanti. Not too often you'll see that play run in the men's game. More often seen in collegiate women's volleyball, but whatever's working for the Beach will do for now. 16 serving 12. Kondev rolls this one across. Kaufman to Doffner, to the middle for Malcolm King. And it's down for the kill in the back row. Malcolm King has picked apart this Long Beach State back row tonight. 4 kills on 7 swings, hitting .429. Now a new season high for the Long Beach native and a former Long Beach Poly Jackrabbit. Malcolm King, all smiles in that front row as Long Beach readies for serve receive. Some spots of moisture needing to be wiped up on the Matador side. Both teams have given it everything here tonight. Long Beach State 23 digs, CSUN 21 digs of their own. João Pedro Avila back to serve now. He tosses high, booms one to the back row, and it's long. Avila tonight, 7 kills, 7 errors on 20 swings. He's hitting dead even, but has been a big part of this CSUN attack that on the night is still hitting above 300. 17 serving 13 now in set 4. Jackson Christ, tongue dangling, floats one across for the Beach, rolls one across, and then it's an errant pass in the back row. João Pedro Avila just took his eyes off the ball. It wasn't the greatest up in the back row off the initial contact from Chris Carnices, but then João Pedro Avila saw it go off his fists and into the stands. It'll go down as an ace for Jackson Christ, and Theo Edwards wants to call a timeout. Long Beach lead into the break, and we'll step away briefly. It's Long Beach 18, CSUN 13 here in set 4 on 22 West Radio. Out of the timeout, Jackson Chris readies to serve for the Beach. The defending national champions up 18-13 on CSUN, trying to force a 5th set on the road in Northridge. Chris picking up his first ace of the night and his 32nd of the season to send us into the timeout. He rolls this one across. Better pass up to Doffner. Outside, Kaufman off the block and then into the antenna. A successful side out for CSUN. It'll bring Malcolm King behind the line, who has been bouncing throughout this 4th set. Absolutely on cloud 9. The young man born and raised in Long Beach, getting a chance to play against the team he has watched in the Pyramid plenty of times. Deep breath from King. 14 serving 18 to the back row, passed out by Kondev. Pisanti from behind the 10-foot line. Over to the left side. Varga blocked to the back row, kept up by Larson. Pisanti now on a D set. Hrstanovic down the line for the kill. Daniil Hrstanovic flying on a magic carpet and granting wishes. The opposite is back in the land of the positives as well. 6 kills, 5 errors, 18 swings for the Ontario native. 19 serving 14, Pisanti hard and across, passed up to Doffner. D-set Phillips off the block and out of bounds. He beats Skylar Varga to the line. Owen Doffner catching up to another 40 assist performance tonight. His 38th, and it's The 19th kill of the night for Jalen Phillips. Owen Doffner serves across. Larson pass. Pizzanti to Ben Braun, for whom the bell tolls. A big-time kill to get the Beach into the red zone. Jake Pizzanti has shown a preference over the last few weeks to set his outsides. He turns to the middle in a massive moment, and the Beach are up by 5, 20 serving 15. Varga serves across. Doffner now feeds his middle, and Shane Nem rewards him with a kill. Back and forth we go. CSUN trying to stay alive as Hank Kaufman readies to serve. Kaufman rolls it across, passed by Varga. Pizzanti to the Bick, and it's Varga laying down the lumber and providing a stare down as well. 17 kills now for the senior. And the Beach will make a change in service. On comes Dane Hillis replacing Ben Braun. It is CSUN bringing Joao Pedro Avila back onto the floor. Noah Doffner was on the floor for that last point. Didn't see the ball. But here comes Dane Hillis. Awkward serve to the back row. Passed out. Doffner now to Avila. Blocked and roofed! Daniil Hurstanovich and Jackson Christ send it back into the hardwood, and Long Beach have sucked the life out of the Premier America Credit Union Arena. 3 points away from forcing a fifth. 22 serving 16. Hillis to the back row. Awkward pass. Bump set from Nem. Avila swinging from the 10-foot line, and his cross-court swing misses long. Dane Hillis on a run now. The San Clemente, California native in his senior season has forced CSUN into a timeout. Hillis in his Long Beach State career, just 6 aces and 5 kills. His 4th year with the program in 2026, has appeared now in 21 sets. No aces this season for Hillis. Does have 6 digs. As a junior, played a bit part role mostly in service, including in the national championship game. 39 sets across 21 matches. Began his Long Beach State career as a true freshman, had to redshirt in his sophomore season, and since his redshirt sophomore year has really been a key part of this Long Beach State team. Came to Long Beach State after playing for former assistant Andy Reid at Balboa Bay, one of the legendary Southern California volleyball clubs. Was a 2019 national junior champion, is actually listed as outside hitter, standing 6'3". Not the biggest guy on the floor for Long Beach, but looking to make a big impact here. He'll be behind the service line when we come back. It's Long Beach State 23, CSUN 16 here in set 4 on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks and both teams return to the floor. Dane Hillis ready to serve for the Beach. 3 pattern across the back row for CSUN. It's Shane Nem shielding Hank Kaufman on the right side. Hillis goes right at Kaufman. He passes up to Doffner. Into the middle, Shane Nem lays it down. The Beach wanted a carry, but they're not going to get it. And CSUN stay alive. Change coming in service now. Off goes Shane Nem, the middle blocker. Back onto the floor comes the Israeli, Boaz Surson. Surson has competed with the Israeli national team. In his 2nd year with the Matadors, has appeared in 35 sets now. Has been distributed mostly as a service sub. 17, serving 23 in set 4. Surson rolls this one across. Varga pass from the back row. Pizzanti at the logo to Jackson Christ. Don't play with the boy. The freshman with some grown man strength in the middle. Bounces one and sets up set point for the Beach. Long Beach State trying to force a 5th set here in Northridge. They have 7 set points to do so. Hurstanovic to the back row. Passed up by Carnizes. Doffman, left side. Swinging through the block, it's Joao Pedro Avila. And the Matadors look to go on a run behind the service line. It's their star man, Jalen Phillips, stepping up. No aces for Phillips yet tonight. Just 11 this season after he had 29 last year as an All-American. Phillips, a guy that plays with no fear. Serve into the tape. And we're going 5 in Northridge. The final score in set 4, 25-18 in favor of Long Beach State. And Long Beach, well familiar with 5th sets this season. They were reverse swept at home on February 6th against UCLA and on night 1 against Hawaii on March 20th. Now they head to a 5th set on the road here in Northridge. It'll be the first to 15 on the other side of the break, and we'll return briefly on 22 West Radio. It's time for set 5 here in Northridge. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night here on 22 West Radio. What a thriller it has been for the defending national champions. Long Beach State 25-20 in set 1, CSUN by the same score in set 2, CSUN 25-21 in set 3, and Long Beach State 25-18 in set 4 to set up this decisive 5th set. Long Beach State 0-2 in 5th set matches this season, losing to both UCLA and Hawaii. CSUN also with some recent experience in 5-setters, losing on this floor on March 13th against number 12 UC San Diego. The only 5-set match CSUN has played here this season. They also lost in 5 in a thriller against USC at the Galen Center back on February 4th. For Long Beach State, the 6 on the floor to start off set number 5. Ben Braun, Daniil Hurstanovic, Skylar Varga, Jake Pazanti, Jackson Christ, Alex Kondev, with Kellen Larson lying in wait. For CSUN, their starters also return to the floor. Malcolm King, Joao Pedro Avila, Hank Kaufman, Jalen Phillips. The setter who has run the offense tonight, Owen Doffner. And the middleman, Shane Nem. Lying in wait is Chris Carnesis, the redshirt junior libero. Tonight, Long Beach State hitting .323, CSUN hitting just .315. It has been back and forth all night long. Long Beach took set 1 with authority, but CSUN bounced back in set number 2 and set number 3. Thanks to their raucous home crowd in set 4, Long Beach State able to play their brand of volleyball, hit .478 in that frame to CSUN's .444 to set up this decisive 5th set. Jake Pizzanti in rotation 1 for the Beach. He will serve first. It's 1st to 15 here at the Premier America Credit Union Arena. Pizzanti tosses high, and we are underway in set 5. Avila pass from the back row. Set to the middle. Nem dug out in the back row. Kondev sent it into the scorer's table, though, and Jake Pizzanti could not get there. Matadors strike first. That contingent of costumed students still standing behind the Long Beach State bench, causing a ruckus. Owen Doffner to serve now for the Matadors, low into the tape. And he has to be feeling at least a little bit leggy tonight. 3 kills, 42 assists. 6 service errors now. 4th straight game for Doffner with at least 3 kills and 40 assists. He's been lights out. Now Skylar Varga to serve for the Beach. 1 ace tonight. He booms this one to the back row. Passed out well. Doffner, left side. Phillips off the block, and it's onto the CSUN side. Doffner again. This time a deep ball to Kaufman. Blocked and roofed, but it's out of bounds. Alex Kondev sent that one beyond the lines and also looked like he caught a piece of the antenna. Long Beach electing not to challenge the call. CSUN lead 2-1 here in set 5. Kaufman serves. Varga low pass. Pizzanti left side. Kondev into the block, and it's a point for Long Beach. CSUN's double block of Jalen Phillips and Shane Nem caught some of the tape. Long Beach in both 5th sets they've played this season have tied or led at least once. It's 2-all here in set 5. Braun serves. Doffner one-hand set to the middle. Nem rejected back to the CSUN side. Now it's a set to the outside. It's Jalen Phillips crushing a ball cross court for his 20th kill of the night. And it comes off a bump set from Chris Carnesis. Doffner was taken out of the play, and Carnesis heads to the bench fired up. Replacing him is the middle blocker Malcolm King. CSUN lead 3-2 here in set 5. Shane Nem, the middle blocker to serve. Floats this one across. Kondev pass. Pizzanti from the logo. Jackson Christ lets one rip. And we're tied at 3. Daniil Hrstanovic, a catalyst of 2 long runs for the Beach behind the service line so far tonight. 2 aces on his line as well. Rips this one across. Passed out by Kaufman in the middle. To the middle, it's Malcolm King with the kill. Owen Doffner kept that one right in line. It was an assembly line play for CSUN. The pass, the set, the swing, all on a line. And CSUN take the lead at 4-3. Jalen Phillips. No aces for the young man tonight. He rolls this one across. Larson just keeps it up. Pizzanti cross-court set right side. Kondev blasts it into the hardwood. And we're tied at 4. Big time swing from the Bulgarian. 6 kills for Kondev tonight. Now he serves, looking for his first ace. And it's overpassed back to the Long Beach side. Larson first touch. Pizzanti to Jackson Christ. Feed the middle. The man is hungry. And it's far and away a career night for Jackson Christ. 11 kills now for the middle blocker on 12 swings. Long Beach lead 5-4. Kondev rolls a serve across. Kaufman pops it up. Doffner from the 10-foot line. Over to Avila. Rolls it across the tape. Larson into the net, keeps it alive. Hrstanovic gets it over. Everybody back up for the Beach. Doffner now D-set. Phillips off the double block and out of bounds. Phillips has 21. And can you do something for me, Jalen Phillips? Can you miss a shot? The answer tonight has been no. He's hitting above 400 and has been the man to go to in big positions. High leverage situations, Jalen Phillips is the man you want on your side of the floor. 21 kills now. Had a season high 23 in a 5-setter a few weeks ago, right here against UC San Diego. We're tied at 5 in set 5. João Pedro Avila tosses high, rips one across. Condev pass Pezzanti from the logo. This time outside, it's Varga acrobatically getting it across the net. CSUN push it back over. Pezzanti detonates, but the whistle blew early. I believe they're going to call a lift on Owen Doffner. Tried to keep it up with two hands, scooping the ball. That's about as clear as a lift as you'll get at the Division I level. A spot of moisture has to be wiped up, but it's Long Beach in the lead at 6-5. Jackson Christ on a career night, already with an ace on his line, steps back to serve. Tongue dangling into the net. 6-all in set 5. Malcolm King getting the start tonight at middle blocker for the first time since 2024. 5 kills on 8 swings, no aces yet. Has just one this season. Rips it to the back row. Condev pass to Pezzanti in a phone booth to Varga. Off the block and recycled. Pezzanti navigates traffic. Sets it above his own head to the right side. Hrstanovic tried to swing off high hands and he got a touch. Off a fingernail. Daniil Hrstanovic gives Long Beach State the lead at 7-6. They're showing the replay here in the arena. That's about as close as it gets. Theo Edwards keeping the challenges in his pocket for now. Arena gets loud for Jake Pezzanti. 7 serving, 6 to the back row. Avila passes the ball that was looking out. Cross court set for Kaufman. Larson off of a dig keeps it alive once, and there's nobody there for the second touch for the Beach. Hank Kaufman picks up a kill and ties us at 7. 13 kills now for Hank Kaufman. Had 14 in the season opener against Maryville. That's a season and career high for the redshirt sophomore. Chasing that down tonight. Hitting .591. Now it's Doffner serving. Errant pass. Pezzanti. Knuckle set at the net. Over to Hrstanovic. It's a free ball for CSUN. Avila pushes to Phillips. Right side. Cross court swing dug out by Pezzanti. Larson first touch bump from the 10-foot line. Right side swinging. Hrstanovic looking for high hands. No dice. CSUN win the race to 8. And the teams will switch sides. The Matadors 7 points away from a 5-set victory over the defending national champions. Last time these two teams went 5 sets, April 7th, 2023, right here in Northridge. Long Beach State ran out with a 5-set victory. Before that, April 15th, 2022, in Long Beach, 5-set victory for Long Beach State. And before that, 2021, right here in Northridge, a 5-set victory for the Matadors. History on the line tonight. Head coach Theo Edwards in his 4th season at CSUN has never taken down Long Beach State. 0-7 against the Beach in his collegiate coaching career at the helm of CSUN, the program he led to such prominence as a player in the early 2000s, back when CSUN could stake a claim as the best team in the nation on Jeff Campbell's staff for over a decade. One of the fastest rising coaches in USA Volleyball. Appointed at head coach in 2023 after Jeff Campbell stepped away and opened the door after 31 years as a coach at CSUN, 25 as the head man. When Theo Edwards first stepped into that role as a head coach, one of the first men to reach out to him, Alan Knipe. offering support, offering guidance on how to build up this CSUN program to what it is today. Edwards, in his first 3 campaigns, has finished every season inside the top 20. And now he stares down Long Beach State from the sidelines, 7 points away from taking down a legendary program and providing the number 18 team in the country with a statement win. 8 serving 7 out of the switch. CSUN on the right side of the floor, Long Beach on the left. Owen Doffner serves one across. Kondev pass, Pazanti to the middle for Braun, dug out and bumped back over the net. Hurstanovic takes the first touch for the Beach. Jake Pazanti to Big Ben Braun. And a little bit of bounce, a little bit of motion, a little bit of spice, and a little bit of sauce from Ben Braun. Oh my goodness. They're wiping up some moisture, but they should be checking the hardwood for a dent. A big swing from Ben Braun in the middle for his 5th kill, and we're tied at 8. Skylar Varga serves across and out of bounds. Carnices let it go in the back row. CSUN lead 9-8. Hank Kaufman having one of the best nights of his young CSUN career. Rolls one across, passed by Varga. Pazanti to Braun again. Off Kaufman in the back row and into the courtside seats. Jake Pazanti favoring his pin hitters late on against Hawaii, feeding the middles here in set 5. Long Beach hitting 600 in the frame, as are CSUN. Ben Braun subs off now. In service, on comes Dane Hillis. Entered late as a service sub in set 4 as well. He serves this one across. Passed out. Doffner, D-set. Phillips, blocked, and it's touched once, and it's out of bounds. Denied by Alex Kondev and Jackson Christ. Jalen Phillips, the man on fire, extinguished by the double block. Timeout, CSUN. If you're just joining us in set 5, Long Beach took set 1, 25-20. CSUN took set 2 by the same score, and set 3, 25-21. Long Beach State fought back in set 4, 25-18, and here we are in set 5. Long Beach State 10, CSUN 9, into the timeout. We'll return in just a few moments for the conclusion of this 5th set here in Northridge on 22 West Radio. The buzzer sounds to break the timeout, and both teams return to the floor. Long Beach State 10, CSUN 9 here at the Premier America Credit Union Arena in Northridge. Dane Hillis takes a deep breath and serves for the Beach. Hard and across, passed out up to Doffner at the net to the middle. Shane Nem, dug out by Hillis, and it's bumped back over by the Beach. Now Doffner, a one-handed set to Phillips on the right side, blocked, and it's back to the Matadors. Avila, free ball to cross. Hurstanovic to Pazanti. Here come the Beach. Jackson Christ rattles the cage, and it's through. What a point from the Beach. The traveling contingent on their feet. Dane Hillis kept it alive. And that's twice now Jalen Phillips has been thwarted by the Long Beach block here in this 5th set. Owen Doffner pleading his case to Chris Hahn on the chair. Theo Edwards on the sideline in the year of Derwin Jordan. There could be a challenge here on a lift from Dane Hillis. However, it looks like both parties are satisfied to let this 5th set play out. (11 serving 9 in set 5. Hillis to the back row and out of bounds. Big miss for Dane Hillis. After giving Long Beach State the lead, it's back to a 1-point set. For the Matadors in service, on comes Boaz Sorson in replacement of Shane Nem. For the Beach, off goes Ben Braun and Dane Hillis. On comes Kellen Larson in serve receive. It'll be a 3 pattern across the back for the Beach. Sorson looking for his first ace tonight. Tosses high, 10 serving 11, into the net. Long Beach State are 3 points away. Down 2-1, the defending national champions fought back in set 4 and are now on the doorstep of their first 5-set victory of the season here in set 5. Daniil Hrstanovic with 2 aces. Tosses high, serves across, and it's a third! Daniil Hrstanovic, mobbed by Jake Pizzanti. And the Beach are 2 points away. What a swing from Daniil Hrstanovic. It has not been his night. 7 kills, 6 errors on 20 swings, barely hitting in the positives here in set 5. But he's ripped off 3 aces. And that is the biggest of them all. For Long Beach State, there are a few standout performances. Chief among them, Skylar Varga, matching his season high with 18 kills on 32 swings. Jake Pizzanti, another 50-assist performance. He's got 52 tonight, had 53, a season high and a career high on night 1 against Hawaii. Jackson Christ, also a career high, 12 kills tonight on 13 swings, hitting .846, by far the highest clip of his young Long Beach State career. Had 6 kills on 7 attempts against Jessup, hit .857, but tonight, all the more impressive. The volume of sets in the middle from Jake Pizzanti has increased as this game has gone on. And now the Matadors emerged from their huddle needing something special. In a moment like this, Jalen Phillips is the man to turn to. 21 kills on 42 swings. And what does Owen Doffner have left in his bag of tricks after dishing out 46 assists tonight? Matching his total against Jessup just a few days ago. That's a career high, and it's another career high here tonight. Daniil Hrstanovic to serve for the Beach. Hard and across. It's ace number 4. And it's fantastic from Daniil Hrstanovic here in set 5. Match point, Long Beach State. Down 2-1 heading into set 4. The defending national champions responded. And now it's Daniil Hrstanovic to serve up match point in set 5. It's into the net. And the Matadors stay alive for 1 more point. Staring down for match point, it's the man of the night, Jalen Phillips, who steps up for CSUN. No aces tonight, 3 service errors, 21 kills, just shy of his season high. A roll serve across, passed by Varga. Pizzanti at the net, tries to go over on 2. He tools the block of Malcolm King, and it's over. Long Beach State wins in 5 off the kill from Jake Pizzanti. Jubilation at midcourt. And the Matadome left in stunned silence. A 5-set thriller that goes down to the wire. And on night 1 of weekend 2, the Beach pick up their first win of the conference schedule over a resilient Matador squad that all night long refused to roll over. 15-11 the final score in set 5, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Out of the handshake line, the Beach can wheel away in celebration. A gritty performance, far from their best in the middle sets, and nevertheless, they find a way. They persevere. They battle. They win in 5. And the huddle awaits Isaiah Pruitt to spark the celebrations. 25-20 in set 1. CSUN by the same score in set 2. 25-21 CSUN in set 3, 25-18 in set 4, and 15-11 in set 5. The Beach get that 5th set monkey off their back, and Jake Pizzanti with his first kill of the night finishes it off. Alongside 52 assists, Skylar Varga ties his season high with 18 kills. Jackson Christ, the young freshman middle blocker, a new career high with 12 kills. Long Beach State on the night hit 368, 8 blocks for the Beach, 58 kills, 19 attacking errors, 7 aces to CSUN's 1. The Matadors resilient all night long. Hank Kaufman, 13 kills, tying his season high. Jalen Phillips with 21 kills on 42 swings, and Owen Doffner, 3 kills and 46 assists. Tomorrow night, we will have the rematch live from the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid at 7 p.m. Long Beach State and CSUN will do it all again in less than 24 hours right here on 22 West Radio. I've been JayDe Beaudry. For Alex Prado back on the board in the studio, thank you so much for joining us here on a Friday night in Northridge. From wherever you're listening, we appreciate your ears. We will see you tomorrow night on 22 West Radio.